Strange and blue, I bleed for you. You think it's funny, well you're drowning in it too. Hi, I'm Pixie and welcome to Headbangers Bowl. On today's edition, my pick is Hershey's Eggies. There they are. And also Hershey's Eggies Shimmer. Now, speaking of picks, I have a little story about a guitar pick from one Jerry Cantrell, hence the Alice in Chains at the beginning of the program. A few years back I went to see Alice in Chains at the Opera House, and they hadn't been a band for a while, so it was a big show for them. And the place was packed, but there were only maybe 9 or 10 women in the entire building, and they were all in the front row, myself included. And it was a very rough, brutal, and violent show. All the men were actually trying to rip the women down out of the front row. And I really respect Jerry because he wasn't having it. He said, be kind to the women, because he noticed a lot of the women were getting absolutely crushed. So the crowd listened to him for about 10 minutes, and then it was, business as usual, pretty brutal. All the women went running to the side except me and my friend. And there was a guy beside me who was actually whipping his hair in my face. He was pushing into me violently, and I just basically had enough of this guy, and I got up on my friend's shoulder and I used my boot and I raked against the side of his leg, and he was pretty good for the rest of the show. He didn't bother me at all. And my friend's going, what was that about? Yeah, so that was basically the show. It was pretty violent. At one point I felt something hit me in the chest, and I had to check and make sure that it wasn't a lit cigarette and that I wasn't on fire. So I go home and I go to get changed for the night. I take my bra off and I hear something fall out onto the floor, and I pick it up and it's Jerry's pick. So good aim, Jerry. And I can't even believe that pick survived in my bra on a subway, a streetcar, and a bus. So that's pretty incredible. Now on to the Eggies. So let's open them up. There we go. So these are the typical Eggies. They're pastel colored here. Got a pastel yellow, a white, a peach, and a mauve. There's not too many colors. White is pretty redundant within this package. You're only getting a couple of the other colors. And let's add some shimmer Eggies into the mix there and see if those brighten it up a little bit. There we go. So there's sort of like a shimmery kind of mauve, a gold, a green. So that's what they look like. I see what they're going for there with a little bit of luster dust on them. So let's try the regular one. Let's have a white. Okay. Milk chocolate, hard candy coating on the outside. The coating doesn't have much of a taste to it. I'll try a different color from the same package. Let's go with the powder blue and see if the taste changes at all. Same thing. So the colors for those don't make any difference. The candy tastes exactly the same. A milk chocolate with the hard candy coating. Let's try these shimmers. There's a nice one here, kind of like a brownish purple. Exact same flavor. So they all basically taste exactly the same, regardless of what the coating is. Nice milk chocolate, bit of a crunchy texture and shell. Overall, on the heavy metal rating scale, we're going to give these a 9 out of 10 horns in the air. Pick these up for Easter, put them in your Easter basket for your kids or your niece or your nephew. Make sure you add a chocolate rabbit to the Easter basket along with a plush rabbit and some heavy metal CDs. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video, and until then, stay metal and keep a little pixie in your heart.